Hello YouTube, this is Gamer Delta, and today I felt like making a video of my entire Pokemon card collection. Well, not just the cards, but a few other things here. So the first you can see we're going to start with is this big shelf you may have seen in a couple of other previous videos. I have all my Pokemon tins lined along the wall there with some other miscellaneous items, including the Burger King Golden card set, all 6 of them. They released way back when. Like I said, there's the tins back there. We've got mostly newer ones, and not the older ones like the level X's or anything, just most of the new sets. Then we got some themed decks. I think these are the 2010 World Championship decks. I did a couple videos on those. And then a few other themed decks I have back here. Also miscellaneous stuff. There's my box of Dragon Frontiers packs, but I opened all of them. So, along with some older cards there. Those are just some top cards with I might make another video about those, but those are just from the Topps manufacturers that printed some cards too, along with some sampling packs. And then over here we got some Showdown collections. I actually managed to snag like 9 of these before. I made it out of older videos. I'm not sure if I ever uploaded those, but this would be really old. And here's some of the TCBMs I've done as well, along with Lady K and Pokemon Overdose and a couple other people. And then this isn't exactly somewhat related to Pokemon cards, but more along the lines of the sort of the World Championship series. Somebody sent me this. There are postcards that I think was in the it was in the same 2010 World Championships. These are just some postcards that I guess you could get over there. Well, unfortunately, one of them has a big crease over here, which is this one, as you can see, going right down the middle. But still, it's nice to get these. This is actually the first one has a Pikachu on it, and a sort of I don't know if that's a wave board. I think it is supposed to be. And then the other one is of a Weavile and a flotation device. There you go. There's the back and the front. So those are from the World Championships 2010. And that's all for over here. Show you the second part of my collection. So again, as you may have seen in other videos, here's the second part, along with here's pretty much where I store most of my main cards, but I have them lined up elsewhere for you to see. Here's some books of extras and stuff. There's an extra 10 I left over. I got those cards actually have some. These ones actually have the Mario cards in it. And then here I've got all my sleeves and whatnot to protect my cards whenever I get new ones. I actually got. I managed to find this too. This pack of the legendary bird sleeves. It actually came in some of these random regular sleeves. I'm not sure if these came with the tin that they released in 2004. It had the same design on it as this, but still pretty cool to find those. And then along here we've got the 4 boxes that I've opened of the new EX series. The only one missing is Boundaries Cross. I was not able to get a box of that, unfortunately. But here we've got the little albums you can put your cards in as well. And then the Pokemon games I currently own for in the 3 cartridges, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald, along with the Gold version, and then my very first game, or my very first Pokemon game, the Special Pikachu edition, which I've had since I was a kid. That's from kept that ever since. But there's my extra cards, a few more extra cards, my series, Pop Series cards, and all that. And then there's all the cubes that I've opened massively, along with the stickers up top. Now the coup de grace here, my actual cards. I'll show you. Tons and tons of cards. You can see I've got about 6 binders here, all with common reverses, rares, rare reverses, and whatnot. I will start with the promo binder. This is a lot to go through here. This holds all the promo cards that I've gotten, including starting on this page we have some miscellaneous. We've got the Snivy, Tapig, and Oshawott. which I believe came from the big the Evolution boxes. And then here we got the Platinum Arceus, a few Platinum Arceus cards, along with a pre-release Misty Seadra stamp there. Up here we have the secret rare Fan Rotom and Heat Rotom. I'm not sure why those are here. Those are actually secret rares. I should put them in the other binder, but oh well, I'll probably get to that later. Here we have two McDonald's promos. We got the Giratina and Glaceon, the only two McDonald's promos I have. And then the Lucario and Persian that came from the blisters. They're actually not of a different holo. They've got the star pattern instead of the wavy lines like the new generation cards have. Up here we've got some of the older promos. We've got two of the first Pokemon movie promos. The Mewtwo that I got from Pokemon Overdose, and then two other cards I bought. The Pikachu, which is actually the first promo card ever released. And there's the backer. Try to tell, but it's got a 1 on it. The very first promo ever released, I believe. And then the Electabuzz. Down here we've got the Mew, the Meowth that came with the Game Boy Pokemon card game, and along with a computer error promo, Team Rocket's Meowth, Meryl, and Togepi. And on the back we just have more of the Neo promos. We got Clefairy, Smeargle, and Entei that came with the third movie. Then down here is the Unknown J, which I believe you actually got with the DVD or a copy of the movie. Then we got Miss Drevis, Ho-Oh, and then Suicune, which went along with the fourth movie as well, Pokemon Forever. Moving on, we got some few more older promos here. We got an Kyogre EX, both a sort of holo and normal. I'm not actually sure where these came from. I think they might be from one from might be a 10, but I'm not sure why there's a normal regular one as well. Same thing with this Groudon here. There's actually a holo version, like there is the Kyogre here, but I don't have that one. I just have the normal one. Then down below them are the Latios and Latios promos. We've got a Jirachi promo and a Celebi. Moving on to the Heart Gold Soul Silvers, here's the Lugia promo. There's also Ho-Oh one that matches, but I don't have it. The Pikachu, which has, I'm pretty sure people have loads and loads of Double Love. The Wobbuffet promo, a Hoot and Noctowl from a Evolution Line blister, a Lapras, and Latios again. I love the connecting pictures there, one of my favorites. And Shuckle. These four actually came from triple blister packs. You could get those in, or you used to be able to get those in. And here we have the shiny legendaries that were promos from the 10, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, all in their shiny forms. Raikou and Suicune is particularly hard to tell, but Entei, you can kind of see he's got that blue along his the side of his face there. That's a little bit distinguishable. And then here we have the Plusle and Minun Crystal Shards. They also came with blisters. Same thing with the Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and the Porygons. 1 and 2. Also another connecting picture that I think is pretty cool. And then we have Chimchar up here, one of the first Diamond and Pearl promos, along with Torterra level X, also one of the promos. Weasel, a Glameow, Dialga, Palkia, Dusknoir, Porygon-Z, and then a Gliscor. Probably don't have to name all these, but I'll just show you anyway. Regigigas, Carnivine, and Probopass G's you got with the blister pack. Magnezone, I think that came in a special box for what was it? I think it was just regular platinum base set. Then we have Charizard G and Garchomp C level X from the 10s. I am actually missing the third, the Rayquaza level X from this, but I plan on getting that 10 soon actually. So I'll make a video of that. Here we have Arceus, Celebi, and Darkrai, another connecting picture. At least it's supposed to look like that, I guess. It's kind of neat. Another Dialga. Then Mr. Mime and Sheldon, or Shieldon, whatever. Along with Toxicroak G, Magnezone, and an Empoleon level X. Then here we have the start of the black and white promos. There's a ton that I managed to get. Here the first, which are Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott, which are from the preview tins. And then along the side of that, or down below, we have the Reshiram and Zekrom, along with the Zoroark. Then we have Snivy. We have another Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott from the triple blister packs. Then up here we have Axnew, Pansear, and Zora. Then Minccino, and then the Axnew right there is actually from one of the, I think you could only get at Toys R Us. It was like a hidden, you could get one of 3 promos, and this really stupidly expensive. I think it was like $12 for this in one pack. It was insane. Can't believe I paid for that, but well, I paid for the one, but I think I got a holo in it too, so I guess I was alright. But Ducklet, got Darumaka there, another Zora, and Litwick. And up here we have the evolution, or the starter evolution trio from the tins. We got the superior Emboar and Samurott. Down below them is another Reshiram and Zekrom, much cooler looking too, especially Zekrom. Like that, Lightning is my favorite type. And we got Victini there from another special tin that I think it was only released at Walmart. I think it was around the holidays. And here we have Scraggy and Axnew. Again, these are supposed to be sort of dual cards, even though you can't tell them. If I had the one on top, it's supposed to be like an interconnecting ladder. They're both looking at each other. It's kind of neat. Then we have the Battle City trainer card, which came within the Mewtwo promo box. Up here we have the Riolu and Meowth that came with the Next Destinies blisters. We have the Kyurem, and then the Dragon Trio from the tins, Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. I actually have the normal 2 EXs of Reshiram and Kyurem. I don't have the Zekrom. He's the only one I've got, only the promo version. And then we have Landorus. Then we have Thundurus, Landorus, Tornadus, and Landorus from the Forces of Nature box. Moving up there, we got the most recent tins of Mewtwo, Darkrai, and Rayquaza. Very nice selection there. And then we got the Keldeo holo, along with the Lilligith and Pikachu. And then we have the Elgyem, Empoleon, and Haxorus that were the recent ones that came out. And here we have some other miscellaneous, these are more Crystal Shard holos. We've got a Charizard and Blastoise. It came in an evolutionary line with Charmander, Charmeleon, and then Squirtle and Wartortle respectively. Same thing with this Metagross here. It came with Beldum and I think it was Metang, yeah, second evolution. And then these also came with the shiny tins, Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. So you got 2 promo cards, which is kind of nice. Then we have a holo Shard Beartic, Latios and Latios again. Only this time they've got the Crystal Shard pattern. Then up here, I think these ones that came. No, these ones came with the evolutionary boxes with the decks that you could get. And they have Servine, Duat, and Pignite. Then down below them we've got the Crystal Shard versions of Superior, Samurott, and Emboar. Down here we've got the Empoleon, Espeon and Umbreon Crystal Shards from the Undaunted theme decks. You have a Crystal Shard Zoroark, the Gliscor and Ninetales Xatu from sets. I forget, they were in evolutionary blister packs. And then sort of triple evolutionaries, we've got Roggenrola, Boldore, and Gigalith, along with Kling, Clang, and Klunkling. I think those were Next Destiny promos they had there. And then we have Torterra, Behem, and Raichu promos. Not necessarily promos, but they're from the Next Destinies with the different holo pattern on them. And then these cards over here are from a special box that you could get that were especially made for Pokemon Rumble, a game from for the Nintendo Wii. I think it was you get it on the Wii Shop channel. Basically, this they're supposed to be little toys, kind of. That you just they sort of like throw in arena. It's kind of a cool game, but they also made a very small 16 card set that they made for this box, and I put them in this binder. Here we have a Venusaur. There are 3 holos. The first one's a Venusaur. The other ones are just regular cards with the Pokemon Rumble logo stamped on. With Sharam, Ninetales, Heatran, Starmie, Gyarados. Also like this one because it's you can see the Gyarados in the background with the Starmie, and then it's the same picture here, and you can see it's kind of hard to tell this one, but you can see the Starmie there hiding behind the tree. And then we have the Pikachu, which is the other one of the other holos, Zapdos, and then the third holo is Mewtwo. Then behind him we have Mew, Diglett, Lucario, Skuntank, Bastiodon, Raticate, Bibarel, and that's it. Those are the 16. And then these 2 are actually from the Heart Gold Soul Silver Starter Trainer kit, the Raichu and Gyarados. Also, I believe the Japanese version of this Pokemon Rumble cards actually had a Croagunk along with it instead of, I think, Bibarel, or one of the cards was replaced Croagunk. And then the last one in this binder are the jumbo cards that I have. The first one here is the Dialga Poké Legends complete card, as if it were one whole card. Second one here we have the Darkrai and Cresselia Legend. Third one here is my favorite one, the Zoroark and the Legendary Pokemon, which is the Zoroark and then Groudon, Dialga, and Rayquaza there trying to attack it. Very cool. Then here we have the Jumbo Mewtwo card, the Mewtwo EX from the set. I never actually got the actual this card, but I did get the full art. And here we have the bigger version of the promo card. And it's also got this weird funky 3D pattern. You can't actually see it on the camera, but it almost looks like it's going, like the pattern's actually going inside the card, which is very neat. I like that. Same thing with these other cards of the bigger evolutionary cards. It just has blanks, Snivy, and then Tapig and Oshawott. You'll see here in a minute, along with any attack you can write. So it's kind of like the Birthday Pikachu, where you can just write your name and it's sort of yours. You can see the leaf. They have the leaf one here, and then they have sort of the aqua blue for the Oshawott, Duat, and Samurott there. And then Tapig, Emboar, or no, Tapig, Pignite, and Emboar. Very nice. And then here we have the Arceus promo, DP50, only on a much larger scale. Kind of cool. And then the final one, or is there one back here? No. The last one is the Keldeo EX Jumbo card. They came in the Keldeo box, so I actually do have I actually have both this card in the normal set and the full art, so it's kind of cool there. But there's all the promos. Then next is probably the biggest one. I'm just gonna skim through this one because it's huge. Look at all this. Look at all them reverses. It's insane. I can't believe you got all the. But, oh well, I pay for these cards, so I might as well get. You might as well get collect what you want out of it. Get the most as you can out of your money, especially how expensive they are these days. But yeah, I'm just gonna sort of skim quickly through these because I mean, there's just so many. You can see most of these are from, I actually have them set in order from oldest to newest, or at least the oldest you could get them. I actually don't have any, the only types of reverses I really don't have in the binder are those of the Legendary Collection. The only one I have is a Blastoise that I got from Lady Kate. She traded me. But I hope I can get a few more of those soon, so I can add to this binder. Actually, I probably shouldn't because this thing's already big enough as it is. I probably gonna have to separate this into its own two binders soon because of just how big it is. Yeah, going on to some of the 4th gens. Yeah, these are just commons and uncommons. They're nothing exactly special, but there's a lot of cool cards that have nice artwork that I really like. So, like that Haunter, I like that Haunter there. It's a really cool one there. Lucaria, I like that one. It's a pretty cool Lucaria there. Same thing with that Skarmory going across the water. There's just a lot of cards I like, which is why I collect so many of these reverses. It's not even funny. But then again, you're at least getting at least something in the pack that you probably don't have, even if you like get a double of a rare or something. So at least you got something for your $4.18 as of now, anyway. I like that Flareon too. Lost World. And some of the newer sets, probably the most of. I also like how they changed the reverses over time. Like the first sets are, well, besides the Legendary Collection, sort of had the fireworks patterns on it, which I'll show you eventually on the Dark Blastoise I have. But they sort of started out with just the they looked like hollows, except they had the set name sort of stamped in the corner of the card, which I guess was kind of nice. So it looks like you kind of got hollow, but not really. And then they started just having the little shine pattern to it on the 4th gen cards. And then now on these newer cards, as you can see, they have the type symbols of the Pokemon and or trainer cards. Like the Lillipup pair's got the normal symbol, and then the Scyther's got the grass, and then the trainer card here, you can see it's just got Pokeballs, which is very cool. Like that Vaporeon. Pretty cool end too. It looks like somebody's taking a picture of it and then putting it on the card like he's holding the camera. It's kind of cool. Getting to the end of the binder here. Finally, this is the biggest one, so it's going to probably take up the most of the video. I think I actually have 2 of that Scyther in this binder. Not sure. I'm going to have to go back and look at that later. And then there's plasma cards here. I know I've explained it in the last couple videos or so, but just in case you haven't seen any of those, some of the newer sets that have they're actually plasma cards with the blue border. They just have the regular shine to them, unlike the other cards which have the type symbol. So I thought that was nice. Little touch there. Yeah, there's all the. Let's see, that was the promos, I believe. Now we move on to the regular rares here. Regular rares, not too many. I only have one E-series, and that's Blastoise, my favorite Pokemon. I love that artwork of him just sort of in half water, kind of like a shark, except saying instead of the fin you see, just 2 giant cannons pop out of the water. It's very cool. Also, the only 2 Team Magma and Aqua cards that I own, although Kyogre and Groudon respectively. Probably the best cards I could probably have to represent them. Then we just got, I also won't name these because the binder is also pretty significantly big. So, I'll just sort of skim through all these rares. Got Regirock and Regice there, and Registill, unfortunately. And then we got Delta Species cards of Pokemon of a different type than what they normally are, which is kind of cool. Also, that fortress, I just noticed that fortress actually looks just like the, I think it's Neo Discovery. It's either Neo Discovery or one of the Neo sets. I think it's Neo Discovery. It looks almost exactly like the old card. It's just sort of staring at the page with almost no blank background. It's kind of lazy, but yeah, well. Sort of another reason to sort of collect any cards you see, even if it's just like a normal wear, not a holo, is that you can actually see the backgrounds on some of these cards, and they do look really cool. Like just the simplicity of this dugong just sitting on the ice, and then it's like surrounded by the icebergs and stuff. I think it's pretty nice. Also, like the Wailord doing the backflip out of the water. That's pretty cool. And then the lightning around Jolteon, you can see all the sort of the cool moves and poses, that Sceptile cutting down the trees. That's pretty cool. And the card like is that Lapras swimming down the, I think it was Union Cave. It's pretty nice. I like more of the, there's a good one. There's two good ones like this Nidoqueen and the Feraligatr there. Really nice on that Elect Kid too. Shooting the lightning out of his hand. I really like the cards that are hand-drawn and not the CG ones. Kind of look weird. Like some of them look cool, like this Zangoose. It kind of looks almost like it's a 3D model, sort of, not really drawn, but I do like the Shadow Ball in his hand. That's kind of nice. I also like that Pidgeot too, just roosting on the branch there. Then we cut to the newer cards here. I've also noticed how a lot of the base sets, I guess, like the black and white base set and like Heart Gold, Soul Silver and stuff like that, they always use the stock art of the Pokemon and don't really try. Well, not necessarily try, they just sort of look weird, like it's just, you seem like it's the same thing in the promotional art. It's not really like really drawn cool, like they don't have really effects like in the other sets as they go on. Like as you can see here, like from the Dark Explorers, like the Exeggutor looks really cool compared to the one from the black and white where it's sort of just in its idle position. That's why I tend to normally wait until about a set or two in before I actually start collecting the cards. Just whenever they try to do a new set. I like that close-up of the Haunter there, it's really cool. I also really like the plasma normals too. Like I said before, the Skarmory is one of my favorites there. At least they actually make the normal cards look nice. It's something I find worth collecting, at least to me. And then I'm always falling asleep here. Get through these last 3 binders here, not too big here. Here we have the reverse rares. Again, some of the older ones here we have they do have the set symbol, but they also have sort of the normal sheen that the holo cards have. You can see we have the Charizard, Delta Species up there, Dugtrio, Marshtomp, Deoxys, and Deoxys Ampharos for Alligator, Nidoqueen, or Nidoking, sorry, Typhlosion. I also wish they would, well, maybe not, but they also used to print these entities that had the cool, they just looked really cool. Like they got all the lightning on this one, and then this one looks like just digital sort of energy. It's kind of neat. It's also nice that they print some rares in reverse, so just in case, you know, you might not have gotten, sort of like in my plasma booster box I opened recently. I didn't, one of the holos, two holos I didn't pull was the Kling Kling holo, but I did pull the reverse of it, which you'll see in this binder. Which is nice. The other holo I actually didn't pull was the Garbodor holo. Team Plasma's Garbodor, or the normal Garbodor for that matter. But I don't like Garbodor anyway, so that's fine. Like here's a good example, like this Mesprit here. That's just sort of the stock art from this is from the, actually no, this is from Legends Awakened, so that's a little bit into the set, but I think it's one of the first ones they printed of it, so but yeah, kind of like that. I don't like that. There's that fortress again. It's just so weird. They look so much like the Neo Destiny one. I think it's Neo Destiny. Really like that Lucario and the Gyarados there. Blaziken FB is pretty nice too. Got some Heart Goals with Silver reverses. Looks is awesome. I love that card. Kind of looks like the Juggernaut. Well, the Juggernaut or Bane, but I think you could beat both of them. And some of the newer sets here. Going to the last few pages here. Going through Dark Explorers, Boundaries Crossed, what little I have. I actually didn't get very many boundaries crossed, hollows, or anything really. I'd probably buy some more than one, but I don't know, maybe I'll get a box. Oh yeah, before I close, it's another cool thing about some reverses is the hollows that or the cards that don't come in hollows. You can still get the reverses like this really awesome Team Plasma Giratina. I don't think I actually got the. Actually, maybe I did. I got the. No, I think I only got this the reverse rare of it, but still, very nice looking card. There we go. So that does it for the normal big binders here. Now we're going to move on to the hollows and the ultra rares. We're going to just reorganize both these folders, so very nice setup here. I've got the again from thanks to Lady K, I got all these Pokemon Organized Play energy cards. Sort of have the crisscross power to them, and then in the middle I've got the Dark Blastoise I was talking about. So you can see the reverse on it kind of looks like it's got fireworks and glitter, but still very nice. Then over here I've got some Japanese stuff that I recently picked up. There are the 5 Japanese cards that I've recently picked up. Along with the Latios and Latios from the Dragon Selection. These are first edition too that I got. And on the side here we actually have a Gardevoir from the Shiny Collection, and then a Kirlia from Versus. I believe that's from the Jirachi Wishmaker movie, because it's got that guy's face down on it, sort of like the Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge cards. Anyway, we're gonna start off with the older hollows. There we've got the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. The Blastoise and Venusaur are pretty good, or the Blastoise and Charizard are pretty good condition. The Venusaur's kind of beat up though, so I might be looking for another one with that. Same thing with this Alakazam base set too. That's kind of a beat up, but the rest of them are peach keen. I also should note that these this Holo Magneton and Nidoking are actually shadowless. Very nice. Managed to find those for very cheap. And we've got Vaporeon here. Vaporeon's actually got some damage there. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see, but there's actually some like scratch off the cards. You can sort of see the hollow underneath. But the rest of these are just fine. Got a lot of fossil. These are actually the only 3 jungle cards I have. The Vaporeon, Venomoth, and Wigglytuff. The other ones I have the most of actually are the fossil. First edition Aerodactyl over there. Got Mach Raichu, Articuno, Gengar, Lapras, and then we got some base set 2s. We got the base set 2 Alakazam and Nidoking, Machamp, or Hitmonchan, as well as Mewtwo, Clefairy, and Poliwrath. Then down here we've got 6 Rocket cards of Dugtrio, Machamp, Arbok, Dark Magneton, Blastoise, the actual Holo Blastoise from the set, and Dark Weezing. Both the Dark Magneton and Weezing are first edition. Along with 2 trainer cards here of Team Rocket returns. Or no, here comes Team Rocket and Rocket Sneak Attack. And then here we have the only... I actually don't remember which is Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge, but I only have one of this type here. Koga's Beedrill. Then I've got 6 other cards here from Gym League. I don't know, I get them so mixed up, but I've got Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz, Erica's Vileplume, Brock's Rhydon, and then Rocket's Hitmonchan, Moltres, and Scyther. I don't believe any of those. Oh no, wait, the Hitmonchan's first edition. And then here we've got Neo Discovery. Got some cards there. We got a first edition for Alligator. Very nice, along with the Lugia and Jumpluff. Then down beneath it, Ampharos, Togetic, and we have Kabutops, a first edition Porygon 2, and a first edition Crobat, along with a first edition Blissey. Then up top we have a first edition Dark Ampharos, along with Dark Typhlosion. And that's all for the older hollows. We will move on to 3rd generation hollows, starting with this Gardevoir up here. Then moving down, I don't remember all the names of these sets, but still, these the Pidgeot and Kangaskhan here are from the Fire Red Leaf Green set. This one actually came with, I think, the Fire theme deck. Then Rayquaza and Manectric. This one I think is probably in the worst shape of the Gen 3 cards. This Metagross here, it's got a lot of wear on the front and on the back of it too. But still one of my, well, probably like one of my top 10 Pokemon. But here we've got, this is probably my most damaged card in the holo that I've got is this Gardevoir here. Delta Species, it's got a massive, you can't actually see it on the video, but there's a crease right here, and then a big one going down Gardevoir's face, and then all the way down to the card, which is kind of glaring. Like I said, you can't really see it on the video at all, and you can't really see it unless you're up close to it, so I guess that's kind of alright, but there you go, you can kind of see it right there. Ugh, yeah. Still nice to have, well, there's a placeholder anyway, until I get another one. Rather than that, we've got Deoxys and Gyarados here. Also another cool card there, I like that Gyarados. Then Latios and another attack form Deoxys, defense forms on top. Then Blastoise here, very cool looking Blastoise, actually using his water cannons. And then we have a Dugtrio. I'm in that Manectric Howling at the Moon, which is kind of cool, I like that. Also another really cool Blastoise, Delta Species this time, of Fighting and Steel. Like the angle there too, stepping into this like crystal cave. And then up top we've got a, kind of hard to see, but the creepy Swallow there. And then we got a whole bunch of Dragon Frontiers holos there that I got out of the box that I showed you earlier. Get the 3 starters there, Typhlosion, Feraligatr, and Meganium, all in their Delta Species forms. And then we got Milotic, Togetic, and Nidoqueen. And then for the last of the 3rd gen cards, we've got a Pinsir there, Snorlax, a really cool Ninetales, Psychic type. Then we've got a Mightyena, Gardevoir, a Cradily, and then a Charizard from Power Keepers. Then moving on to the 4th gen holos, got the Dialga Empoleon. And then a Rose right there from the Diamond and Pearl base set. And then we've got a couple holos from other random sets. Really cool Honchkrow there. Nice Blissey. Got Garchomp and Typhlosion there. Like I said, these are like the CG Pokemon I really don't like, but I guess they're kind of nice to have. And then we have like cooler cards down here with like the Aggron, sort of like the Claw Swipe. That's pretty neat. Then even though Raichu is one of my favorite Pokemon too, that's him and the Magmortar aren't that great. Up here we got Messerip, a Licky. I don't think I've ever seen, that's probably the only Licky card I've ever seen too. That kind of weird Pokemon that really wasn't necessary. Then we got some others down here. I have a lot of Dialgas too. I mean a lot. I don't know why they printed so many holo Dialgas, but yeah. I think I have only like maybe 2 holo Palkias to go with it. Or at least just, I don't know, they just printed so many of them. Another example, like this Mewtwo, that's actually sort of like the stock art for the Fire Red and Leaf Green. They did just slapped on the card. I do like the sort of like the Ragnarok, or that little rock formation, mysterious rock formation he's got in the background, but that's still, I could have made something a little better, but oh well. Another card down here like is the Miss Maggie is floating above the city there. Up here we got a pretty cool Raichu there, I like that one. And a Shaman and a Weavile. That one's not too bad. Still kind of sucky though. We got the Ampharos, Giratina, and then a Gardevoir. Kind of like this Gardevoir because it looks like she's got a golden aurora around her in the forest. It's pretty cool. We got a pretty cool Rampardos down there. Another Dialga, another Dialga. Yet again, another Dialga. Got Giratina there. Very cool looking Giratina in its origin form, right behind the in front of the moon there. Very cool card. And then we got one of my only Palkia cards finally. Palkia G there. Really cool dark red card. And it kind of looks kind of okay with the lightning in the background. The trees look like it's storming. I guess this one's all kind of alright. Looks ready to Flygon. Then Shiftry, Bastiodon, and the Mismagius. Got some more here. Got full Swampert there, sort of lurking in the water. Rhyperior, Drifloon, Milotic, and Mega. Some others, not too bad. And almost Regidank. I really like this, sort of like the Pidgeot that I showed earlier. I like this Hollow Ninetale. So we're just looking at the moon there and the water. And then getting into the Heart Gold Soul Silver cards here. Really cool Metagross there. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but it looks kind of like a weird psychic attack. Another really good card I love here is the Scissor. Again, in front of the moonlight, you can barely see it. Sort of like, I don't know if he's busting out through the shrubbery or whatever, but it's very awesome. Really like that card. It's got a cool Umbreon and Espeon up there, the same normal hollows. Got Togetic there. Spiritomb. Another card I haven't seen, I think I've only seen maybe like once. Odd, but oh well. Nidoking, Octaria, Rapidash. Got a Rayquaza and Lugia. Clefable. There's another Paul. That's pretty cool looking Palkia. I like that one. Got that one in trade too. Houndoom. Kind of a cool Groudon there, sort of about to stomp on the card. Or try to stomp on the guy taking the picture for the card. Not too bad. Lucario there. Kind of cool fighting the Aurora Sphere there. And then moving on to the newer Gen Hollows with the sort of the hollow, just the weird line hollow pattern. It's kind of boring, but then, like I said, the base set cards, I mean, that's just sort of like the stock art for Serperior there. It's like, why? And this Samurot's not too bad. At least it's got a background to it. Krookodile sort of in a different pose, but again, it's got sort of like static background. Same thing with the Zekrom. It's like. Then there's the Kling Klang, the Rena Nicholas. It's a cool background, but they're not really doing anything. These cards don't want to seem to stay in this binder either. And there's the extras I was talking about, just sort of standing there in that blank pattern. Kind of jarring. These first sets, that's kind of cool looking. Bisharp there, standing in your city, just pointing his fist, like, yep, I'm ready. It's pretty cool. Some Electros, which is kind of alright. Still the static background's kind of odd. Legendary birds are kind of cool. Zapdos is actually using an attack there, which is since he's my favorite bird, it's also pretty nice. But Arcanine and Moltres just flying there. Some better ones back here. Some actual getting into good stuff. There's this Crafty just walking down the slums there, pretty cool. The Luxray on the buildings. Gardevoir in this sort of like the square there in the park, and then the Lucario on the top of the roost, the badass pose. Probably my two favorites from Next Destiny is the Luxray and the Lucario. Chandelure, Vanillix, Blissey, Crocodile, Haxorus, another Electros, another Klinklang, Volcarona, Empoleon, really very cool Blaziken, and then Venusaur, Gigalith, and Wailord. Next page, got Milotic, Ampharos, Sigalith, Golurk, Slaking, Altaria. New Dragon type cards, Garchomp and Hydreigon. Very cool. Looks like they're using sort of like Dragon Rush and Dragon Pulse. Samurott, Dusknoir. Another cool scissor, him just swiping his big claw there. And then Gliscor, Ditto, Meloetta, another Superior, Lucario charging up another Vorsphere again, not too bad. Really cool Glade, Togekiss. And then just the remaining hollows that I got from Plasma Storm, Manaphy, Weezing, Magnezone, Crobat, and Infernape. So there's all that. And now just one last binder to go. My Ultra Rares. Here to start with, we've got the top part, the World Pikachu cards here. From the World set, they're all the same card, but they sport different artwork, and the text is in different languages. So here's the American one, and then unfortunately I couldn't tell you what the other ones were. Actually, I think that one's French because I know Bonjour, since his first attack is hello, and the second one's Thunderbolt. But I know Bonjour is hi in French. That's about all you're gonna get out of me, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I know that Konnichiwa is hello in Japanese or Chinese, one of the two. Although unfortunately I can't really read it on either of these two, or I can't really tell which one's Japanese and which one's Chinese. That might be, I know some people might find that pretty terrible, but whoa, video stopped there. Battery's getting low. Okay, better speed this up quick here. We've got the Ancient Mew, also one of the few cards that I've ever actually kept over the years. Got an Electabuzz from the best set. Deoxys from that Destiny Deoxys movie. We've got some of another best set. We got the Rockets, Scizor, and Sneasel. Sneasel's got the winter stamp on it. And here we have a Dark Venusaur, same thing. It's also got the winter stamp. Then we have my two A-Specs over here, the Crystal Edge and Scramble Switch. And then we have the only alpha lithograph I have, which I believe states look at all of your face down prize cards. And here we have some more organized play promo cards. Just some of the cards in the normal set there. Here we have my reprint Pikachu from base set. I believe it's from Rising Rivals? I think maybe. Then here we have my three Shinings from Neo Destiny. Well, one's Neo, I think Neo Revelation for my Shiny Magikarp. And then the Celebi and Raichu, which are from the Neo Destiny. And then here we have the reprint of the Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard line from base set, which are from the Stormfront. Then down here we have the Platinum Secret Rares, which are from the Electabuzz, Hitmonchan, and Scyther. Then down below here we have the reprint of Articuno, which is actually the reprint from the movie, not from the fossil set. Then the only two Shinings I have, which are Shiny Shinx and the reverse Shining Gyarados from Platinum, or not Platinum, Heart Gold Silver base set. Then here we have my older EX cards, starting with Charizard EX, probably the rarest one. Then you got also the first one I've ever pulled, the first pack of Fire Red Leaf Green I've ever had, which is very cool. I actually got the pack out of the Fire theme deck too, which is also pretty crazy. But then Deoxys EX and Shiftry EX. These are the only ones I actually pulled from back then. All these other ones I've actually bought recently. Well, not recently, but over like maybe 3 years I've been collecting them now. Starting with the ones I got from the Dragons Frontier box, which is Rayquaza, Salamence, and Latias EX. And then down here we've got Kyogre, Feraligatr, and Exploud EX. Feraligatr is actually from the Unseen Forces. It's actually from the only pack of Unseen Forces I've ever opened. I actually got a video on that. And then we've got Kingdra, Magcargo, Golem, Sneasel, Magmar, Chansey. Chansey's actually got a bit of a crease right down there. And then Aerodactyl, Salamence, and Swampert. Then moving on to the level X's here, we've got two Arceus level X's. There's actually another one that I don't have. Then we've got Dialga and Palkia G level X's. Darkrai, Cresselia, the Rayquaza C from the set, and it's Azelf and Charizard G. And up here we have Staraptor FB, Floatzel GL, Luxray GL, Flygon, Absol G, Porygon Z, Infernape, Salamence, and Gardevoir. All level X's, very nice. I have 18 of those, same thing, I actually have 18 of the other EXs too. Very cool. Then starting up here with my primes, I've got all of the 6 of the Undaunted primes. We've got Espeon, Houndoom, Raichu, Scizor, Slowking, and Umbreon. Then here we have Blissey, Donphan, and Ampharos. The Ampharos I actually got in a trade with Pokemon Overdose. And then Absol, Celebi, Electrode, Magnezone, Yanmega, Machamp, Typhlosion, and Ursaring. I think these are actually probably the cheapest Ultra Rares you can get online as of right now of this recording as well, because I don't think too many people are looking for primes for whatever reason. These ones, however, the legend pieces, you can see. Legend pieces are 2 cards that make up a whole card. As I showed, the only 3 whole pieces that I have are the Darkrai, Cresselia top and bottom, Dialga, Palkia top and bottom, and then the Entei and Raikou top and bottom. The other miscellaneous pieces that I actually have is the top of the Kyogre and Groudon piece, the bottom half of Ho-Oh, the top half of Lugia, and the bottom half of Suicune and Entei Legend. Then moving on, here are my 4 shinies from Call of Legends. We have Dialga here, Suicune, Rayquaza, and Groudon. Then moving on to the normal full art cards from the newer sets. We've got Reshiram and Zekrom. Zekrom's got the pure black border around it. I also have the one with the gray border. I'm not actually sure which one's the misprint. Either one of them is, but kind of cool to have them both. Then we have the 3 Musketeers. We've got Virizion, Torchion, and Cobalion. Then up here we have Victini, then Thundurus and Tornadus, along with Trainer N card, which I've seen has actually spiked in price on eBay as of this recording. Not really sure why. But then we have Sharon, which is actually from some of the newer sets, but I just placed him in the back of here because he's not really an EX. He's sort of just, again, it's just a normal full art card. Nothing too special. And here we have the, going on to the half art EXs, which is the newest Ultra Rares you can get in the newer sets. And here we have the Shaman EX, which I actually bought from a card shop. These two actually pulled the Reshiram and Kyurem EX out of my out of the Next Destinies box. Then we have Groudon here, which is which I got in one of the first 4 packs I bought of Dark Explorers. And then here we have a Tornadus and Terrakion, which I got from the box. Down here we have a Cresselia EX and Giratina EX, a Celebi EX, and then an Entei EX and Raikou EX, along with Keldeo EX. Then we have Cobalion, the sweet, awesome Lugia EX, probably my favorite out of the sets, along with the Zapdos EX. Pretty awesome. So that's all the normal half-art EXs, and then now the few full arts I have here. As remaining cards, we've got the Shaman 4 EX. Again, I actually just bought this in the same card shop along with the normal half art one. Then out of the boxes I pulled the Registeel EX out of the Dragon's Exalted box. And here we have the Victini and the Cobalion that I pulled out of the Plasma Storm. Well, actually, I didn't pull this out of the Plasma Storm. I pulled the Victini for it out of the Plasma Storm. This one I actually pulled in a random blister pack I got at Target, which is very fun. And then this one I pulled the Keldeo EX. I pulled out of a pack that I got at my card shop, which is a very fun day. Then this one I pulled out of my what was it? Next Destinies. And then here, again, I bought this Kyogre for it online. The Mewtwo EX, which I did pull from a random pack at Walmart. Surprising, since I usually don't get junk. Nothing but junk there at Walmart, but I actually managed to get that, which is a very nice score. And then we have the Entei EX, which I actually pulled out of the Dark Explorers box. And then the final two cards I have to show you are my two shinies, or the two of the current shinies, which are Gardevoir and Archeops. And as you can see, the shinies sort of have the same little etchings as the forts do, but they only have it on their card, and then they have their energy symbol imprinted down here as well. Very, very nice. I do like those too. So that's my entire card collection right there. Thank you for watching for this insanely long video, and stay tuned for more.